precision, and we can get very exact and very, let's say, high definition weight results from this. After a while, with Hypotech, the company was established in 1988 by our owner. He's also still here. He's here in this dark gray jacket with the gray hair. The tallest guy over there. He's an inventor. After a while, another company came up who used also our weigh cells, and they asked for turnkey solutions. They wanted to have check weighers in a whole solution with an in-feed conveyor, weighing conveyor, and an out-feed conveyor with a reject system and HMI, which can be placed into a machine. So this is what Hypotech is actually doing, and from time to time we started to add more products into our portfolio, so we can basically say that we have a product inspection portfolio. Starting with check weighing, I'm also moving over to X-ray systems, to metal detections, and I would like to show you our product performance. Please follow me over here. So as I mentioned, we started with weighing. This is our bread and butter until today. We have 3 different lines for check weighers, and the setup is always the same. We have an in-feed conveyor, weighing conveyor in the middle, out-feed conveyor, and then we have an entry level. This depends or is limited to your to the throughput. Your driving also has some limitations with options. Itself, those are not standard machines. We are very high into customizing, depending on the needs of our customer, because in the line, footprint might be very limited, or some other factors play a role. So we need to make sure that this product fits the best into the line. And we also use the weigh cells you've seen over there inside here. They are a little bit bigger, but it's the same principle. So with this machine, for entry level, we can pass products to up to 150 pieces per minute, for example. Then we do have here our medium range check weigher, which can do up to 250 pieces per minute. And then on the left-hand side, this is our Ferrari, our advanced machinery, up to 600 pieces per minute. And as you can see, the display itself, the layout is always the same. So indication, the green one, which is the first level, the red one, which is mostly used this is the medium one, and then you see also the blue screen, you can see this is the higher output, more option to add and to customize. So, again, here, this is also a special application here we are using. This is for wash down applications as well, so it's easier to rinse and to wash things up. And also something which is quite new, we are having a weigh cell which can weigh in different temperature ranges. So here from -5 degrees Celsius up to 40 degrees Celsius. And depending on how accurate the product or the results needs to be, you can choose between different products. On the left-hand side, for example, we also added cameras to read the data metrics codes and also to read the barcode. So one the EAN code, and then this was a good pass. If I take this one where the barcode is destroyed or is not readable, this will be rejected. And also, as you can see here, We have different kinds of reject systems. We have pushers, we have air blast, sometimes we have a combination. It always depends on your product. You see this cube over here, it makes a lot of noise, a lot of bang, but actually this is just a simple reject system. It's a finger reject to divert open products, so you can avoid any mess by spilling or tripping something over. And this diverts very gently the open product in a can, for example, or even in a tray to a second lane. And sometimes if you recognize that it's underfilled, you still have the option or the possibility to refill it and then to put it back to the good channel. What's also very interesting, especially for our customers at Wipotec, that approximately 85% of all components are manufactured by us. So we do the conveyors by ourselves, we manufacture the HMI, the touch displays, by ourselves. We also manufacture the motors, the drives, and the cameras. The good thing is that we can provide for our customers spare parts for many, many years. They don't get obsolete after 5 years, but we can really provide them for many, many years. Also, another benefit is that we still stay in control of the quality. Nothing changes, everything is developed and made in-house. At least approximately 85% of those components in this machinery. And this gives us also the flexibility to adapt to customer needs in production. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Maybe with some questions.
I have a question here.
Of course.
In some case, let's say you automate this line.
Yes.
And then the barcode is on the other side. The camera cannot see it. You have a system that normally can be able maybe to rotate it so that normally the camera can read the barcode.
This product handling before is done usually by other companies, but we also work with companies in the integration and machine builders who are offering those options. So what we can do is, for example, also add another camera from this side.
Yes.
So if you have different formats, different products, to make sure that depending on the product, you can run different type of products with different shapes, different formats, that they still can be checked by this checkware.
That'd be great. This is beautiful. The picture of checkerboard system.
Yeah.
Oh,
Coupling's okay. It's not touching, but coupling's fine. Over here we are showcasing our X-ray machinery. This counts the same as everything else, that 85% is built in Wipotec in Kaiserslautern. So we also have only one factory. It's about an hour away from Frankfurt. It's called Kaiserslautern. And here we are showcasing our X-ray, who is able to detect bones. And in this, it's a, I would say, 3-function-in-one machinery. We have a laser on this side to get a grading of the fillets. And then we have the detector and the X-ray in the middle part. And then on the left-hand side, we also have our integrated weigh cell to get the grade. So if you do grading, if you check also for weights, then we have a bigger reject system. And then you can check over here for contamination. For example, here with bones. Let me start up the machine so I can. This takes a while to ramp up. You have to wait for a second.
I worked for a company like this in 2014, but for 2 years.
Sorry?
I worked for a company that
grading,
provides such service in South Africa. So I know everything here.
make the same company.
Not the same company.
In a company make
Same
Same machine. Where?
in South Africa.
Ah. It's made in South Africa?
No, they import from Europe.
Ah.
but we're just installing, not making a machine for the customer and doing the maintenance.
Jetzt haben wir es. Das ist wegen der Schleifbandart. If you open, the door was open, so you start to make sure that there's no Hast du noch? This actually the grading on the other side, we're able to make the bones in the fillet. Any questions so far? Okay, let's move over.
Sorry, what is the minimum size for detection for the bones?
It depends on the fillet. So usually what we do is first testing, but because of the density of the product which is inside, we need to do testing before we can also guarantee you some results and the machinery, the capability of the machine. Over here.
This one is the most dangerous machine in the factory.
Yeah.
The X-ray.
Yeah.
That's why I see it as a curtain, so that's they always tell you precaution. Sometimes you can have in the factory so that curtain, if that curtain is broken, you're exposing your workers.
You can also do like fill level.
So it can always be there for the X-ray.
You can also do like a form check. What we also do is, for example, for frozen pizzas, we count the pieces of pepperoni slices. That's what we also do on our pizza. And here we are checking for the metal of salamis. This one is here missing. So if I start with
Do you understand the purpose here of this?
yes.
Okay. It's to remove any unwanted material in your meat.
Yes. Sometimes
Foreign object like metal, anything can fill
not only metal, also even bones.
bones. Even plastic sometimes. X-ray can get into plastic.
So this is also detecting if there is a clip missing or if the clip is, for example, open. We have also for bread different bags, and we can also detect.
Well, can I ask something?
Sure.
You don't have an idea that makes like a same machine makes multitasking rather than this one only for bone detector, this one is for weighing, this
We
one.
do. We do have. We
You know
do
what I
have,
mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
for me to have the line, 4 or 5 machines,
Yeah.
it would be a lot. If there's no combination in one machine that does this and that,
Absolutely, yeah. So for example, on this side here, we have the X-ray and the check wire,
yeah.
and it's integrated. So we have also machineries that do the X-ray, and combined with the check wire, everything integrated into one.
And I can add on the software, for example, the clipping.
Yeah, yeah. This is
Yeah?
made by software with different options. Exactly.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I was talking with him. I was like, if you want to make this line, we're gonna have 1 kilometer. Like,
No.
But I mean, in some lines they are very long and big. So
Yeah,
our
that's
machinery usually seen at the end of a line for quality assurance, checking before packaging. It is super important. It is super important. It's the consumer safety, but it's also for the machineries. So to make sure if you have at the beginning like a grinder and you have some contaminations, you don't want to destroy your own machinery. So you check on bulk flow applications, for example, also for metal, stones, and whatsoever.
But what we need to understand is that the X-ray is designed on its own, and then the check weight also has its own technology. You can only integrate them, like put them in series. You can't say let just me have one machine can do the same machine. You must only integrate them, like put them in series. Like after
You
that,
mean I integrate the X-rays on the same machine?
no, not on the same machine, but next to it. So the design of the X-ray and the check weight is not similar. It's different design.
We started to print codes on cartons and also adding some tamper evident stickers. This was requirements from the healthcare industry and from the regulations. But of course, in the food industry, you need also to apply some labels. You need to print best before date, production date, batch numbers, and so on. And this is also like a very modular system. So you can add the metal detector here, but you can also leave it out. You can have the labeler from top and from down, or only from down. It's really up to you. Also with the reject system, you can have, for example, also just one bin and throw everything out, or you, based on whatever was recognized, maybe the weight was wrong, metal detector, or something was wrong with the labeler, therefore it gets rejected individually. But this is something in our modular system, it's really up to you. It's like you can pick what is necessary, also software-wise, hardware-wise, and we build this machinery very individual for your needs.
Customizable.
It's super customizable. Yeah, it's one of the biggest degrees of customizing in this machinery.
We bought Lego.
It's like Lego. It's like Lego. Ollie? So you can see here the label system from down. So this is like also like a graphic design. This is the print, what was printed actually.
Now the laser.
What was printed by the TTO printers, and this is like a design label. So if your marketing department already has like nice pictures, this can be used on this label, and then the individual data is actually printed in line. And of course, on top the same. Yeah, this is just an example, but this is what's possible with our machine.
And it weighs it as well, right?
Yes, yes.
When
we
it
have-
passes
we have
through
a
here,
cell
it
over
weighs
here.
it.
It weighs it.
And then if it's accepted, it goes along and then gets labeled. If it's not, it just gets down there. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is our target weight. Then you have your overweight 1, overweight 2, then underweight 1, underweight 2.
Plus or
Depending
minus,
on
however you make that
also,
one.
Yeah. Is it legal for trade? Then you are working with different requirements, of course. And this is actually what you can also see here and check this. We can do line communication. Same with our checkways, for example. We can communicate with upstream equipment, for example, with fillers, and send a signal if there is an overfill or underfill. So it starts regulating the fillers. And this is by checking the weight and combining the machine and the whole line together and communicating.
Great.
That's in a nutshell about Vicotech. We have some gifts for you. It's already prepared by our marketing
Okay. One last question from my side.
Sure.
We often have the metal detector and the X-ray. Often, which one is preferred for frozen meat and for fresh meat? Between two of them.
For the fresh meat, it's more
X-ray.
the X-ray.
Okay.
Yeah. Even also for the frozen food, yeah. Because by freezing it, the material changes as well. And with metal detector, you're limited to find ferrous and non-ferrous products. So no bone detection, no glass detection, and other material.
And then, because they are almost doing the same work, for cost constraint purpose, we will advise the customer to get at the same time the metal detector and the X-ray, or they can just use the X-ray is enough for the work.
Yeah. So what we see in the retail business at the moment, that the retailers, they are setting the requirements for the big companies, producing companies, to say metal detector is not enough for quality assurance. If you want me to have your products displayed in my shelf, you need to use X-ray. So X-ray is more and more common. Any other questions? Yeah.
The marketing manager.
No, this is for you.
I'm helping.
Thank you.
Have a plane.
It's a place.
Yeah, that's for those who have Africa's
You have to have fun here. You have to have fun here.